Hare Krishna. Today I'm going to read the book Harinama Cintamani Nama Bhajana by Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakura. Zeal and earnestness to avoid offenses to the holy name are very needful in the first stage, which can be done only by an avoidance of worldly minded men and keeping company with devotees. Incessant chanting of the holy name will, when the first flow has passed away, naturally increase a love for the name and kindness to jivas. In this karma, jnana and yoga have nothing to do. If their workings are strong, even then, they may help the devotee of the holy name in maintaining their livelihood. If Krishna's holy name is sung with a firm inclination, it will before long cleanse the heart and burn away avidya. When avidya vanishes, the brighter illumination of a true, unbiased abnegation and a sense of the relationship between Krishna and Jivas will appear in the heart. Numberless times has this been proved to be true among the wise. With a happy heart, one should recollect the meaning and form of the holy name and should pray to Krishna with a heart-rending lamentation, and this will draw the grace of Krishna, which will lead him onward in the path of bhajana, or else words will pass in vain like karmis and frustrated jnanis. Those who engage in bhajana may be divided into two distinct classes. Some bear only the burden, others appreciate the real worth of things. Those who long for enjoyment or for self destroying salvation and are attached to worldly affairs are only yoked on the heavy load of virtue, wealth, enjoyment, and salvation. They are unaware of the fact that prema is the best sap. So, such load bearers fail to progress in bhajana in spite of their utmost strivings, whereas the essence seekers aiming at prema lata very soon reach the longed for ultimate. They are called prema rurukshu, those who earnestly strive for ascending up to the region of prema. They can, in a very short time, ascend up to the sphere of prema or easily become paramahamsas. Thus, when one who is so long simply did bear burdens learns to love the truth, the company of sadhus, he also soon turns to longing for prema. When in previous births one has done good works looking forward to the devotion, this invigorates reverence and a strong desire for service to Godhead, which then turns into an appetite for devotion in the company of devotees. Both bhajna and true devotees awaken sadhana bhakti, which leads to the expectation of prema. If one adopts the process of sadhana as directed by true and pure devotees, he will he will before long almost turn mad for ascending the stage of prema where it can be tasted. But again, this prema will remain far in the background if he associates with half true devotees and will not be able to exclusively devote himself to the service of Krishna. In this stage, his strong love for the fleeting world, his identification of the soul with the material frame of, of flesh and blood and the subtle body of mind, his knowledge of things other than Krishna, and his extreme servile attitude towards Maya do not allow him to regard and love true devotees. Crafty thoughts beguile his heart. In this way, the the practitioners of devotion have to remain long confined to the preliminary rites of a devotee in the first stage. No doubt they have reliance and faith in Krishna, but it is so tender, fickle, and unsteady that they may at any moment be led away by the contradictory arguments of conflicting schools and may accordingly come into the company of so called preceptor and sadhus. In order to make steady their perturbed state of mind, they must learn by the process of deduction the path of Shruti from a true spiritual preceptor. The true process of worship, a firm faith in the holy name, will be awakened in the heart after worshipping the deity in this way for a long time. Then at last they will have determination for Nama Bhajana in the company of devotees. The case is different with those few lucky ones who have an exclusively firm faith in Krishna's holy name. They take by unbounded grace of Krishna shelter at the feet of such a spiritual guide who is an ontologist of the holy name, that is, who has realized and does see the Swarupa or form of the holy name. Concerning the need for such a preceptor, Sri Mahaprabhu says that through formal initiation may not be necessary, still a guide is essential in Nama Bhajana. The mere letters of the holy name may be hard at any place and from anybody, but the profound and unknown truth that is lurking behind those letters can only be exposed by the grace of a true preceptor who is purely devoted to Krishna. The grace of the spiritual guide alone can pass over from the early twilight from the 10 offenses hindering the true service of the holy name. Those who are devoted to the holy name have already from the beginning attained the state of the second state of the Swarupa or form of the holy name. They are practically no longer bound to Namabhasa, utterance of the name, avoiding the 10 offenses. Truly speaking, they earnestly desire prema. They are true prema rurukshus. It is a religion to have prema for Krishna. They make friendship with true Vaishnavas. They cast kind glances at and show compassion to tender and unsteady Vaishnavas, and they are indifferent to those who, being puffed up with false vanity of their erudition, are malicious and inimical to the devotees and Sri Murti or Bhagwan, failing to distinguish right from wrong. The beginners who are confined to only the initial rites sometimes fall into deplorable conditions. The middle order of Vaishnavas who are earnestly anxious for prema behave differently from the three previous classes of Vaishnavas, those who only carry the burden, those who maintain bad association, and those who strictly follow, and soon are blessed with prema or ascend to the highest or superior order of Vaishnavas. It is best to associate with this middle order of Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna. This test outlines a spiritual path focused on chanting the holy name of Krishna or Nama Bhajana and achieving prema or divine love of the God. Then it describes the stages of devotion. At the initial stage, requires great enthusiasm and sincerity to avoid offenses to the holy name. It is essential to associate with devotees and avoid worldly minded people. Chanting the holy name cleanses the heart and burns away ignorance or avidya. Faith is tender and unsteady, requiring guidance from a true spiritual preceptor. At the middle stage, or prema rurukshu, it is characterized by a strong desire for prema. These devotees understand the essence of devotion and prioritize prema over material pursuits. They chant incessantly, finding immense joy in the holy name. They associate with other sincere devotees and show compassion to those struggling. Through dedicated practice and guidance, they experience the Swarupa or form of the holy name, which is identical to Krishna's form. In the advanced stage or Paramahamsa, it is achieved by those who ascend to the level of prema, the complete union of the name, form, and attributes of Krishna within these devotees, we can see. Then this reading emphasizes the importance of sadhana bhakti, practice of devotional service as directed by true devotees. Role of the true spiritual preceptor is mentioned here. It is essential for revealing the profound truth behind the holy name and guiding the devotees to pass the obstacles. And avoidance of offenses. It is crucial for progress in Nama Bhajana. Significance of association or satsanga is mentioned here, which is the company of true devotees, which is vital for spiritual advancement. Rejection of material desires and false ego. These hinder the development of prema. Focus on prema, which is the divine love, is the ultimate goal of devotional practice. The holy name is of Krishna. His name, form, and attributes of everything are not different than Krishna. Hare Krishna.